get it done. Like the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt cordless string trimmer, now only $129. Or the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt cordless blower, also for only $129. Save on cordless power during Spring Starts event at the Home Depot, now through April 2nd.
Get the latest Braves news while you work every weekday between 10 and 2 with Nick Cellini and me, Chris Domino, on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and The Fan.
Out here at the ballpark, the Braves will try to salvage one game on this road trip, and our starting lineups are powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. A lot different look to the lineup tonight for Brian Snitker. Leading it off, playing second base, Ozzie Albies. Marcell Ozuna will bat second. He's the DH. Austin Riley hits third at third base. Dropping to the cleanup spot at first base is Matt Olson. He's the only left-handed hitter in the lineup. Brian De La Cruz will be in left field batting fifth. Batting sixth at shortstop, Nick Allen. Making his Braves debut will be Stuart Fairchild in right field. Batting eighth and doing the catching, Chadwick Trump. And Eli White will be in center field, and he'll bat ninth. Again, for the Braves, it's Albies, Ozuna, and Riley, Olson, De La Cruz, and Allen, Fairchild, Trump, and White. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, leading it off, the DH, Shohei Ohtani, who's having a bobblehead night tonight. We expect a sold-out house here. Mookie Betts will bat second at second base. Teoscar Hernandez is the right fielder, and he bats third. In left field, batting cleanup will be Michael Conforto. Will Smith, one of the heroes last night, will do the catching and bat fifth. Batting sixth at second base is Tommy Edman. Max Muncy's back in the lineup to play third base, and he bats seventh. Batting eighth at first base. Again, no Freddie Freeman. Kike Hernandez will be at first, hitting eighth. And batting ninth, playing center field, is Andy Pages. Again, for the Dodgers, Ohtani, Betts, and Teoscar Hernandez. Conforto, Smith, and Edman. Muncy, Kike Hernandez, and Pages. Those are your starting lineups. Very windy night here at Chavez Ravine. We'll have all the play-by-play action for you right after this timeout on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Are you tired of your food tasting tasty but somehow not quite tasty enough? That's why the original Louisiana brand hot sauce invented the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppery peppers, tarty vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans who cried because they didn't win. But everyone can win at eating something delicious with the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans up to $15,000. The next time you're looking for some extra cash to help make ends meet, come see the friendly Franklin folks or visit us at oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation is licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, CFI 215. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 5656, MMLS number 141654. Not available in North Carolina.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes playing Keno. Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi. Sorry. Did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. Two legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, Home Team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Well, I got to say, there are some empty seats here tonight for Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night. I never suspected that. And at the time that we pulled in on the bus, Ben, what was that, maybe around 1:30?
Yeah, about that.
There were cars lined up everywhere, and I'm told they started lining up at 9:30 this morning. But a lot of empty seats in the upper decks, down the flanks. And I'm a little bit surprised by that.
Yeah, I am too. And of course, it's typically a later arriving crowd. I'd imagine it'll continue to fill in. But given what we saw, like you mentioned, when we put up on the buses, it's not like this ballpark sits in the middle of downtown. You just walk right up on it. It's not the easiest place to just walk up on. But they were down the sidewalk all the way down the big hill that leads through Chavez Ravine. And, man, just an amazing showing several hours before the game.
Well, it's a bobblehead that is highly prized out here, of course, because it is to signify his Hall of Fame. It's got his plaque, him holding his plaque. So it's a very valuable commodity, and they're already hitting eBay and other auction sites for sale. You pick one up for what? A couple $100 maybe?
Yeah, I could pay for fuel for my truck for the next few months to put that thing on eBay.
Yeah, hang on to it for a week and see how good you do. You buy a truck. Umpires for tonight's game behind the plate will be Tony Randazzo. At first base is Clint Bondrak. Second base is the crew chief Dan Bellino, and Phil Cuzzy is at third. Dodgers 7-0. The Braves 0-6. We all know that already, but it's time for something to turn. And as we talked about in our opening comments, it's not going to be easy for this team the lineup tonight to do what they need to do against Blake Snell, because this guy's really good.
He's outstanding, man, and a guy that was a huge acquisition for the Dodgers in the offseason. It's like you and I were talking throughout the offseason. You said that people were texting you after each signing and saying, man, they got this guy or they got this guy. Well, he's one of the biggest guys that they got in the offseason, and he signs a 5-year deal, $182 million. He has 2 Cy Youngs on his mantle. And when you think about where the Dodgers were a year ago, they won the World Series even in a season where they had multiple pitchers injured. So they know how valuable it is to have lots of pitching depth, and that's a big part of it, getting Blake Snell.
How about the fact that he's with his third team in 3 years? He was with the Padres, won a Cy Young. Despite only winning 14 games, he led the league in ERA. Goes to the Giants on a 1-year deal as a free agent. I think maybe he had an opt-out as opposed to a 1-year deal. So he opts out and comes to the richest team in baseball, at least in the National League, for yet another big payday. As you mentioned, $197 million for 5 years.
He's pretty familiar with the National League West now, isn't he?
I'd say he is, most definitely. So the Dodgers take the field behind Blake Snell, and a reminder that Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run promotion offers Braves fans a next day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. The defensive alignment for the Dodgers, very similar to what we have seen over the last 2 days. In fact, almost exactly the same, as they alternate between a lefty and righty starter. Left to right in the outfield, it's Conforto, Pages in center, Teoscar Hernandez in right. First to third, Kike Hernandez is at first base, Edman at second, Betts at short, Muncy at third, and Will Smith again doing the catching. Blake Snell is maybe after the game. Blake Snell is 32 years old, 6'4", 225, out of Shoreline, Washington. He's in his 9th year in the big leagues, and he was a first-round pick, although the 52nd pick in the draft back in 2011 by Tampa Bay. 1-0 this year already, a 3.60 ERA. His record in the big league, 77 and 58, a 3.19 ERA. Lifetime against the Braves, 4 starts. He's never beaten them. He's 0-2 with a 2.95 ERA, and in fact, those 4 starts, his team, whichever one he was on at the time, lost all 4 of those games. So maybe that'll carry over to tonight, and some of these guys for the Braves who don't start on a regular basis will have big nights and turn the tide and get everybody fired up for Friday night at home. So, as Blake Snell, I'm going to say it again.
It's in your head now.
Snell, as he gets ready, he's done. Throw goes down to second. Here to tell you about it. Hopefully I can say his name right. Is Ben Ingram.
Let's get Blake Smell. That's great. Ozzie Albies, Marcell Ozuna, and Austin Riley to the plate at the top of the first inning. And facing Blake Snell, final game of this series. Ozzie batting leadoff, swinging it from the right side against the southpaw. Ozzie climbs in. Snell looks to be ready. And now for the ball game. And the first pitch swung on and sent foul on the third base line. Starting right on time at 5:38 Pacific time. 8:38 back in Atlanta. And the time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms are returning soon to a store near you. A 1 pitch on the way from Snell. That'll miss outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball, curveball, change, and a slider. It's all nasty. You think about all these righties in there in the lineup. There's the 1-1 pitch on the way. And Ozzie takes a ball high. If you're a lefty, you'll get that high dosage of sliders. But Snell is used to facing lineups that are pretty much right-handed heavy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And his last start, the only start he's had so far this year, typical 4 walks. He will put some guys on base.
2-1 to Ozzie, and he smacks one out to short, but that's right in line with Mookie Betts, who gathers and fires, and 1 down. Braves coming out of the first base dugout tonight wearing the navy blue uniform tops for the second night in a row. Gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in white, and Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. And the Dodgers wearing their home white tops, white pants, blue lettering, blue numerals on the back, red numerals on the front, and Dodgers across the chest in cursive. Marcell Ozuna bumping up to the 2-hole. And chatting with Stint before the game, he said, look, they just weren't giving him anything to hit. They're pitching around him. There's a called strike. How much can that change with him batting second?
I don't think it should affect anything, personally. I just hope he's able to get on base as much as he has been.
A 1 from Snell. Missed outside with a fastball at 94. 1-1.
63 degrees at game time. Wind out of the west at 15 miles an hour. Blowing out toward right center.
And some breezy nights here for this series. A 1 to Ozuna. There's a called strike. You mentioned that Snell will put men on base. In fact, one of the years that he won the Cy Young, he led the league in walks that year. And what I'm getting at is the approach that some of these Braves players have had should match up well against that. 1-2 pitch on the way to Ozuna. That's low and outside. Because we've seen some patience.
Yeah, make him work a little bit.
2-2 on Ozuna. Bases empty, 1 down in the top of a scoreless first inning. 2-2 from Snell. Missed a little bit low and outside with a changeup.
You mentioned how lefties don't have a lot of luck against him. You load your lineup with right-handers. That's because left-handers hit 105 against him last season.
Payoff pitch on the way. That'll be sent foul. Bounced over towards the Dodger dugout. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. The 3-2 from Snell. That's low ball 4, and that is career walk number 500 for Blake Snell. Not the kind of round number he was looking for. But it's a 1-out walk for Marcell Ozuna.
Well, there goes Marcell again. It seems like 500 walks for him already this year.
For Snell, he won the Cy Young in the American League in 2018 with the Rays. He won 21 games that year, had a sub-2 ERA. There's a ball inside. In fact, he had a 1.89 ERA that year. And then in 2023, he went 14-9 that year with a 2.25 ERA. Led the league in walks, but won the Cy Young. And all of us in Atlanta were thinking that maybe it was Spencer Strider's year. Instead, it went to Snell. Riley, the birthday boy, takes a ball. Some rounds out of the grandstand here at Dodger Stadium.
Did you see what Snell did?
Turned his back on him?
Well, he threw his palms in the air like, what have I got to do?
He thought he was at the top of the zone last night. That would have been a strike with Phil Cuzzy.
Yeah.
Not tonight with Tony Randazzo. 2-0 pitch, and there's a hard hit ball. Deep left field. Back towards deep left, and Conforto ranges back and makes the catch. Austin put a charge into it, but not quite the carry that he thought he might be getting.
And while that ball was still in the air, Snell and Randazzo were having a long-distance chat.
So 2 down for Matt Olson, the lone lefty in the order, versus the southpaw Snell. In fact, Olson just 2 for 14 with 5 strikeouts in his career versus Snell. Olson takes a fastball for a ball high and outside.
He's so tough on lefties. I fully expect Matt to be aggressive tonight. When he gets something he likes, go after it early.
1-0 pitch. And fouled back our way, right above our booth at a 1-1 count. Well, Snell grew up wanting to be a pitcher. His dad was a pitcher. His father, Dave, pitched 6 seasons in the minor leagues, never made it to the big leagues. Snell's been in the big leagues with the Rays, Padres, Giants, and Dodgers. 1-1 pitch on the way. That'll miss outside. You mentioned he's never beaten the Braves. The Braves are one of 2 major league teams he's never had a winning decision against. The other, the Philadelphia Phillies, has at least 1 career win versus every other team in the big leagues. 2-1 pitch to Olson. This high, 3 balls and a strike. Braves got a walk by Ozuna. He's down there with 2 down. A couple of hard hit balls, one by Ozzie, one by Austin, but neither with anything to show for it. Goateed left-hander Blake Snell kicks and fires at 3-1, and that's low ball 4. Well, you know he's going to walk some batters. You certainly don't expect him to walk the lefty, though, with the numbers that he's got against left-handed batters.
Other than the foul ball, nothing was really close.
Left fielder number 14, Brian De La Cruz.
Some guys, we talk about this many times, get him early if you're going to get him. This may be an opportunity right here with 2 out.
Well, if you want to snap an 0 for 6 stretch to begin the season, you need a strike anytime you have the opportunity to against a pitcher of this caliber. The Braves have a chance, but 2 down. First pitch to De La Cruz. There's a first pitch curveball in for a strike. Braves looking to avoid beginning the season 0-7 for the 4th time since moving to Atlanta. Happened in 80, 88, and 16. 0-1 pitch. Strike. Right at him with a fastball. And it's 0-2. Brian De La Cruz 0 for 5 in the series. Got to shorten up, find a way to make some contact. 0-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball out to third, back to the bag. It's backhanded by Muncy. Long throw across, and it skips away from Hernandez. That'll drive in Ozuna. It was a long throw for Max Muncy. He bounced it, and Kike Hernandez couldn't pick it at first base. And it's 1-0 Braves.
There you go. Have a couple of those go the Braves' way tonight. It was a long throw, and it was a kind of it wasn't a short hop. It was kind of a long hop for Hernandez to handle. And he scooped it up and straight up into the air and over to the dugout.
So the Braves make contact, put the ball in play, put some pressure on the defense, and they blink here early. Now Nick Allen to the plate. First pitch on the way to Allen. Strike. Well, the Braves picked up an early run last night on a throwing error by Mookie Betts. Here in the first inning, the Braves pick up a run on the bounce throw by Max Muncy. Runners at first and third, 2 down. 0-1 to Allen. That'll miss outside. Boy, you get a base hit right here. You've have as many runs in 1 inning as you had in the last 4 games combined. Ball and a strike, making Snell work. His 25th pitch of the inning pulled foul into the Dodger dugout. Still no ruling on that play, huh?
There is in my book.
Exactly. I was thinking E5 all the way.
100%.
Nick Allen 1 for 3 in the series. He got the start at shortstop last night and out there again in this evening's ball game. Waiting on the 1-2 from Snell. Lefty fires, and Allen hits one out to left field. That's hit pretty well. That's going to bounce in left and roll to the wall. That'll drive in Olsen. De La Cruz gets the wave. Dodgers at the cutoff man. Throw to the plate on the money, and they've got De La Cruz. But it's an RBI double by Nick Allen, and the Braves have as many runs in one inning today as they had in the last 4 games combined. Feels like an eruption compared to what we've seen lately. We go to the bottom of the first inning, Braves 2, and the Dodgers coming up when we come back.
Want to pull off the season's freshest trends? You just need the right shoes. That's where Designer Shoe Warehouse comes in. Loving wide-leg jeans? Pair them with sleek, low-profile sneakers. Obsessed with the sheer trend? Try it with mesh flats. Feeling boho? Comfy sandals nail the whole free-spirited thing. Find on-trend shoes from the brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at DSW.
A 6-letter word for an app where you can easily find and book an in-person or virtual appointment with the perfect doctor by searching specialty and insurance and reading real reviews from real patients.
It's ZocDoc, obviously.
Genius! How'd you know that?
How do you think I found an amazing therapist, dentist, and primary care doc?
Can't believe I didn't know this was an option sooner.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike.
Air Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour. Check and churn off on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Into the bottom of the first inning, it's 2-0 Braves. As Bryce Elder and the Braves fan out defensively, here's the leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies at second. Nick Allen is shortstop, and Austin Riley is at third base. In the outfield, left to right, Brian De La Cruz, Eli White, and Stuart Fairchild. Chadwick Trump is the catcher, and Bryce Elder is on the mound with a 2-run lead. Climbing in, Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani 1 for 7 in the series with a single. First pitch to him on his bobblehead nights, in for a called strike. Bryce Elder, 25 years old, from Decatur, Texas. The right-hander, 6'2", 220. His first big league appearance of the season. And Ohtani bounces one foul on the first base line. Elder was the opening day starter for the AAA club in Gwinnett. Went 2 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 runs on 3 hits, 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts in a loss on March 28th against Charlotte. This is his 4th season seeing time in the big leagues. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Ohtani. Fouled back just under our booth. Well, for Elder, you talk about getting ahead, throwing strikes. He's got a changeup and a 4-seamer, but for him, it's all about the sinker-slider combo, isn't it?
Yes, it is, especially his sinker. Keep it down and close enough to get swings.
2 to Ohtani, and he reaches out and rolls one out to first base. That's scooped by Olsen. Toss to Elder, who wins the race to the bag, and 1 down. 3-1 put out. Here comes Mookie Betts. For Elder, over the course of 4 seasons in the big league, 16 wins, 13 losses, a 4.17 ERA. And tonight is his 52nd career appearance in the big leagues. He was an All-Star 2 years ago. And this is the 3rd time he stood on the mound at Dodger Stadium. He's had one really good day and one really bad day. Here's the pitch on the way to Mookie Betts. That's in for a called strike. Go back to 2023. Elder had a 6-inning performance here, giving up just 1 run on 5 hits. Got a no decision. Well, 1 to Betts. Boy, where was that? Looked like a good pitch, but missed. Elder pitched here last year and went 3 1/3, giving up 7 runs on 7 hits. 1-1 misses low and inside, 2-1. He also gave up 3 home runs in that game here last year.
Well, he has to stay out of the middle of the plate. Got to work the corners, stay at the knees, get some ground balls. That's his key.
1-1 to Betts. And a bouncer up the middle, back of second, backhanded by Ozzie. And he wings it over to first base and 2 down. Good defensive placement there by Ozzie Albies. Braves leading 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. The Braves were able to turn 2 walks, an error, and a double into a pair of runs at the top of the first. Nick Allen had an RBI double. Brian De La Cruz put the ball into play where the error was charged to Max Muncy. And a couple of walks to Ozuna and Olsen. Elder back to work. Hernandez, big swing and a miss. Got a first pitch slider. Hernandez hit a moonshot in game 1, straightaway center field. That was his 2nd homer of the year. 0-1 pitch on the way, and that'll back him off the plate. 1-1. One from Elder. Just missed outside with a sinker. I mean, barely missing.
Yeah, just stay right there. Didn't get the call, but you might get some swings later when you need them.
Brings us 2-1. Hernandez swings and misses. That time went up in the zone with a slider. Now 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 inning. Michael Conforto swings a stick on deck for the Dodgers. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Elder kicks and fires, and he struck him out. Had him flailing after a sinker away, and a great start for Elder and the Braves. It's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second. 2-0 Atlanta.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah & Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Tampa.
Did you know electric vehicles are heavier and deliver more torque than traditional cars? At Discount Tire, we LV your EV, and we understand the unique demands of electric vehicles. Shop EV tires at discounttire.com. Let's get you taken care of.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Dodgers nothing into the top of the second alongside Joe Simpson. Ben Ingram with you at Dodger Stadium. And before the Braves send up Fairchild, Trump, and White here in the second, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
It'll be 7-8-9 for the Braves here in the top of the second. Stuart Fairchild, who the Braves just received in a trade from the Reds, will be climbing in. This will be his first at bat as a Brave. He's wearing number 17 on his back. And the report that we got on Fairchild, pretty good against lefties, good wheels, good defender. And now facing the lefty Snell. Offering on the way from Snell. And that's bunted. Shot out to third. Muncy scoops, fires, and he throws wild again. Fairchild is aboard. And Max Muncy with two very wild throws here early in this game. Boy, and after what Fairchild saw on that play by Muncy in the first inning, not a bad idea to bunt one his way.
100% good idea. Most people, when they come over to a new ball club, they're all amped up and they're thinking about what they can do to make a good impression. Well, he just put a bunt down. Good for him, and he can really run.
Runner at first for Chadwick Tromp. Well, that just about got Kike Hernandez run over there at first base. Chadwick Tromp takes a called strike. Pulled Hernandez into the baseline. He was just about roadkill out there with Fairchild going down the lane.
They didn't take quite as much time to decide that error.
Pretty decisive E5. A 1 to Tromp. Big swing and a miss. That kicks away from Will Smith and goes over to the backstop. They're going to say that Tromp got a piece of it. Yeah, Fairchild wasn't sure. He took off for second.
Well, he wasn't sure because Will Smith wasn't sure. I'm not sure that he did foul tip that.
I don't think he did. It looked like it hit Smith square in the left shin guard.
Will Smith took off running after it like he just missed it. Break for the Dodgers.
Fairchild leaning at first. Pitch to the plate. That's in the dirt. Skips back behind Smith. Fairchild takes off, and with a head first slide, he's in there. A wild pitch by Snell. So that's been the theme here early. Wildness by the Dodgers. 2 errors by Muncy, and a wild pitch by Snell along with 2 walks.
Big breaking ball. Bounced right in front of or just in back of the back point of home plate.
One, 2 to Tromp. And he sends one foul into the Dodger dugout. Folks, all season long in the second inning, if the Braves steal the base, you'll have a chance to win at least $50 in free Marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. 2-0 Braves, top of the second. Runner at second. And no one out. See if Tromp can find a hole somewhere. And the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, sent foul into the Braves dugout. Harmlessly bouncing around in there.
Well, I think we all know by now that Chadwick's a free swinger. And that pitch was almost helmet high, but it looks like he's still trying to get that runner over to third, even though he's behind in the count.
1-2. A little bit low and outside. You have to like that approach. If you can get Fairchild at third base with 1 down. Also, a pretty sizable hole over there. Tommy Edman shaded up the middle from his position at second. 2-2 from Snell. This is low, 3-2. They're making him use some bullets, aren't they?
Oh, they sure are. He's throwing hard. His fastball's 94 to 95, but he is a typical outing for him. Can't locate it.
3-2. Strike 3. That time pumped in a changeup, but Tromp goes down looking. 1 down to the top of the second for Eli White.
Number 36, Eli White.
Perfect pitch.
Eli White 0 for 2 in this series.
Hey, bunt another one to third. See what happens.
We got great wheels in the box. Put some more pressure on Max Muncy. Snell back to work. Big lunging swing and a miss by White.
That's all he's been getting. It's his third at bat, and virtually every pitch has been a big curveball, and he has chased every one of them.
0-1, low and inside, so hard to anticipate getting a fastball if you keep going after that curveball, huh?
Yeah. Out front, fooled, and swinging over the top of him.
2-0 Braves. Runner at second, 1 out. 1-1 to White. And he bunts up the first base line. Who's going to take it? Hernandez has it. Tosses to Snell. He's too late. And White bunts for a base hit in there at the corners with a 1 down. Well, that was deer in the headlights for Kike Hernandez. He didn't know whether to go cover the bag or field the ball. And he fielded it by then too late.
The only chance they had for an out was for him to feed Blake Snell on the run. And it was a great bunt by Eli. He just bunted it to first instead of third, so they're a little short game here, driving them crazy.
So first and third, one down, and Ozzie Albies with a chance to add on to the lead. Ozzie grounded out to short back in the first inning, so he's 1 for 8 in this series. Snell at 39 pitches. He continues to work here in the top of the second. First pitch to Ozzie, and he drives one to deep center field. Pages going to go back to the warning track. Leaps into the air. It's off his glove and off the wall. That's going to drive in Fairchild. First to third now for Eli White. RBI double by Ozzie to the deepest part of the yard. And it's 3-0 Braves.
Ozzie Albies put on a show in batting practice, Ben. He was hitting balls way up into the pavilion in left field. This time it's to straightaway center, and Pages, quite frankly, played this horribly. He was backpedaling and kind of drifting on it. Reaction from Blake Snell wasn't very good either, thinking it should have been caught.
Looked like he got leather on it, but just grazed his glove, and he was all sorts of twisted around out there. Now a meeting at the mound as the bewildered Dodgers find themselves trailing 3-0 here early. That ball was smoked by Ozzie. The bat will be in the hands of Marcell Ozuna. That came off of Ozzie's bat at 103 miles an hour, traveled 390 feet.
Eli White showing off some wheels too, wasn't he?
Sure was, man. That was fun to watch. Only one out. Just good to see a base hit with runners in scoring position. Looking for another one right here with Ozuna. Infield is in, one down. The pitch on the way from Snell. That'll miss high to Ozuna. Marcell walked and scored in the first inning. 1-1 to Ozuna. This tie, 2 balls, no strikes. Boy, Ozzie was all loaded up on that back foot. Teed off to straightaway center field. See if Ozuna can follow suit. Hitters count. 2-0 pitch. Missed outside. 3-0. Making Snell work.
And they do not appear to be wanting to give him anything to hit with runners in scoring position.
3-0 to Ozuna. Taken for ball 4. That'll load the bases for the birthday boy. So the inning started with an error. Also a wild pitch, a strikeout of Tromp, and then a bunt single by White, RBI double by Albies, and a walk to Ozuna. And they are full of Braves at first, second, and third. Here comes Mark Pryor, the pitching coach.
Well, Tony Randazzo's had enough of Blake Snell's mouth. He's complained on just about every pitch. And Randazzo went out and about halfway to the mound and said, that's enough. So Mark Pryor is going to try to settle his pitcher down.
Entire infield is there gathered around Mark Pryor. And Tony Randazzo walking out there to the mound.
See if any fireworks come from this.
Two spoken between Pryor and Randazzo, and then they part ways. Austin Riley 0 for 9 in the series. He's due. He's hitless in his last 18 at-bats. And again, today is his 28th birthday.
Be aggressive if you want, but get a good pitch to hit.
Sacks packed full of Braves on the first pitch to Riley. Inside 1-0.
Guy out there is very frustrated. He was mad at his center fielder, it appeared. Remember who's in trouble here.
1-0 to Riley. Swung on and sent foul. Had a good cut. It's into the second deck down the right field line and a 1-1 count. This is as quiet as we've heard Dodger Stadium since we arrived. And the Braves looking to make some more noise right here. 1-1 pitch. And this tie 2-1. Braves 3, Dodgers nothing. Top of the second. Bases are loaded with 1 down. Riley tapping the bat on his right shoulder. 2-1 from Snell. And that is high, ball 3. He just can't find the slot with that fastball.
And he thought that was a strike, and all of a sudden he's begging. Jumping up and down thinking he had a strike, and it wasn't.
Riley looking for something fat right here. And the 3-1. Swung on and sent foul to the third base line. You're just now tuning in. Definitely want to keep it right here, at least to see what happens here in the top of the second inning. Braves looking to add on to this 3-0 lead. Bases loaded. And the 3-2. Swung on and popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hernandez under it. And just up from the first base coach's box makes the catch. 2 down in the second. It's up to Matt Olson with the bases loaded. Well, Austin did a nice job working ahead in the count, but couldn't seal the deal. And now Olson, who walked in the first inning with a chance to drive in a few runs right here. White at third, Albies at second, Ozuna at first. Left on left matchup. First pitch on the way to Olson. In the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Matt has hit 8 grand slams in his career. And boy, what a lift that would be if he could pick up number 9 right here. 1-0 to Olson. In for a called strike. Right at the top of the zone. Got a slider over. Braves scored twice in the first. They picked up 1 run here in the second, but want much more. Snell deals. Olson takes a ball outside. Crowd wanted it, so did Snell. He was jumping up and down. I don't think he's going to have Tony Randazzo on his Christmas card list this season.
And he had every right to jump up and down on that one. Upper reaches of the high outside corner.
2 balls and a strike. Snell brings it. Olson takes ball 3. Matt walked in the first inning. May be happy to take another free pass right here. Brian De La Cruz is on deck.
Shrink the zone. Make him throw it through a keyhole right where you want it.
3-1 pitch. Swung on, missed. Fastball right at the top of the zone. Would have been a strike.
Matt was late on it.
Boy, for the second inning, this is a huge pitch coming up right here. A Brave at every base as Snell comes set right at the letters. Olson awaits. Runners go. 3-2. Swung on and sent foul up into the upper deck down the third baseline. Snell went with a fastball again. Olson has never had much success versus Snell in his career. 2 for 14 with 5 strikeouts. Trying to bear down right here and find some daylight. Again, the 3-2. Swung on and lifted foul again. Up into the upper deck down the left field line.
And still, Tardy, even though he's fouled him off, he's been late on those 2 foul balls, just like he was on the swing and miss.
Is that him protecting against the slider?
I don't think so. I just think that fastball's sneaky quick on him.
Payoff pitch. Swung on and pounded deep left field. Conforto going back at turbo speed over his head. That's going to drive in a couple of runs. It's a 2 RBI double by Olson, and he wins the battle. What a fight. And it's 5-0 Braves in the second.
I'll tell you something else I just saw that I love seeing from Matt Olson, who slapped his hands together in response to the double because it was such a big hit. Fastball out away from him, drove it past Conforto, but I'm glad to see some fire in these guys' eyes and reaction to getting some big hits.
Completely agree. Now second and third, 2 down for De La Cruz. De La Cruz takes a called strike. Snell up to 58 pitches. One to De La Cruz, and he'll sting one right out to Betts, and he snags the line drive. Hit a missile, but right to their shortstop, and that's out number 3. But the Braves send 8 men to the plate, 3-run score, big 2 RBI double by Matt Olson.
Yes, I love this game.
IXL is actually a learning app, but it's so fun, my kiddo calls it a game.
I'm crushing it.
Yeah, you are. He loves the challenge. I love the results. IXL, the learning program 16 million students trust. Try it today at IXL.com.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Cardinals.
Start than this. Braves leading 5-0. And a humongous base hit for Matt Olson. 2 RBI double there in the top of the second. We'll make that the truest play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank member FDIC. Climbing in now, Michael Conforto. And Conforto takes a strike on the outside corner.
Did it with some big doubles, one off the center field wall and off his Ahis's glove, the double by Olson, and a couple of bunts.
Pitch or miss. I love the bunts.
I love the bunts.
Just shake it up. Find a way to try something different. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Michael Conforto. He'll take a called strike.
Boy, Riley is playing at shortstop about as far away from third base as I've ever seen him for Conforto. Nick Allen way up the middle, but on the third base side of second.
1-2, fouled off into the seats down the left field line. Bryce Elder had a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. Is 1-2 to Conforto outside. So Snell to this point has given up 5 runs. None of them have been earned. 2-2 from Elder. He swings and fouls one back, got a piece of it. So 2 very big errors charged to Max Muncy. And he's thrown 59 pitches, Snell has. The 2-2 is tied outside. Luke Conforto, 1 for 3 in the series. Didn't see him last night. He played in game 1 at an RBI double. Payoff pitch from Elder. Low and inside, and a leadoff walk here in the second.
Nothing worse. Teams battling, they put 5 runs on the board for you, and you walk the next guy. That is a real momentum buster.
This is not a team you can afford to blink against, even with a 5-run lead. Braves on top, 5-0, bottom of the second. Smith swings at the first pitch, pops one up, back of first, backpedaling now Matt Olson onto the grass, right on the line, makes the catch. Nice play.
You know, he does a really good job on that play. It's not easy. Wynn was pushing it away from him down the right field line. But he made a nice catch.
Second time he's made a catch like that in this series. Tommy Edman, the batter. Edman, switch hitter. Swing it from the left side, takes a ball low. From Elder. Edman takes a call strike. So far, the sinker has been put in nice places by Elder. Trying to stay consistent. Right-hander brings the 1-1. That'll miss low and inside, 2-1.
Just make it flat.
This is the Dodger team that came to the action tonight with visions of setting records in their minds. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way from Bryce Elder. That'll miss inside, 3-1. The Dodgers are hoping to become the first defending World Series champion ever to start the following season with 8 consecutive victories. This is already the best start in L.A. Dodger history. Here's the 3-1. Smashed to deep center. Eli White sprinting to the warning track at the wall. That is gone. Tommy Edman just hit one a mile. Well, it's now a 5-2 Braves lead after the homer by Edman is 4th of the year.
This guy leads the team in homers. But it came after a walk. And then a 3-1 count, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Look, you might give up a solo homer and try to throw strikes, but it's the walk that really hurts you. Turns it into a 2-run homer.
And against this team, you cannot put men on base.
Max Muncy takes the ball low and inside.
Tommy Edman has a lot of pop. He's a guy you cannot take for granted in the midst of all these all-stars. He can hit.
1-0, punch to second, taken on one bounce by Ozzie Albies. Gathers and throws to first, and 2 away. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Buy you some. Inning is going to walk, pop out, homer, ground out. Kike Hernandez takes a called strike. Braves with 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Dodgers 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. Elder swivels and brings it 0-1. Gets a swing and a miss there. That time went with a sinker down. Talking about the Dodgers, they look to begin a season 8-0 for the first time since the team moved to Los Angeles prior to the 1958 season. They've only had 2 seasons in the history of their franchise that started off better than this one did. 0-2 from Elder. And a bouncer out to third. Riley is able to scoop it up, fire on the run. And that's out number 3. But a home run by Tommy Edman. 2 runs across for the Dodgers on 1 hit. We head to the top of the third, 5-2 Braves.
Marco's Pizza was named America's favorite pizza chain by Technomics America's Favorite Chains data. And America said, who? So we're introducing America to America's favorite pizza chain with unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each. And when people tried Marco's Pizza, they said,
this is amazing.
Get unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each at Marco's.
Marco secured the top spot in the 2024 limited service pizza category with a 53.4% composite top box rating based on recent guest survey scores rating of certain attributes. Prices higher in California. For codes, price, participation, and other restrictions, see marcos.com. Limited time only.
Hey, what was the name of that learning app again?
IXL. It gives each kid the exact support they need.
Are we talking about IXL? My kids love it, and research shows it even boosts test scores.
IXL, the learning program 16 million students trust. Try it today at IXL.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's back. Baseball returns to the big stage, and all eyes are on opening week on MLB Network. See the most live games all week.
Swing and a miss.
With live look-ins around the league nightly, plus post-game reactions from the game's biggest stars.
We got a good group and feel like we can only get better.
It's on.
Right on cue.
Opening week continues all week, only on MLB Network. Presented by Konami. Visit MLBNetwork.com for schedule and channel number.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's...
Well, this is a perfect time to tell you about this one. It's April the 2nd, and on April the 2nd, we think about Don Sutton, who would have been 80 years old today. Our friend and former colleague would have been 80 today, and of course his number is retired here at Dodger Stadium. His number 20 hanging down the left field line. But there's an interesting tie-in historically with where the Braves are right now in their season. And a story involving Don. Here's the pitch on the way to Nick Allen, and he'll send one foul into the seats down the right field line. Obviously, the Braves looking for their first win. They're 0-6. And the worst Braves start to a season in franchise history was in 1988. 0-1 pitch. Allen takes the ball high and outside. The Braves in 88 started the season 0-10. And they snapped their losing skid to begin the season right here at Dodger Stadium with a 3-1 win over the Dodgers. And the pitcher they beat that day, Don Sutton.
That's amazing.
It'll be fouled back by Allen. Zane Smith had a complete game that night. And the Dodgers went on to win the World Series that year. The Braves won 54 games. But I found it pretty funny that here we are broadcasting on Don's birthday that he took the loss when the Braves snapped that streak. There's a weak bouncer to third. Max Muncy has this one. This time his throw is a good one. That was a laser beam over there. And one down here in the third inning.
Little Bronx cheer on Muncy for making a good throw.
Number 17, Stuart Fairchild.
Now, Blake Snell's got to feel pretty good that he got 2 runs back and that he knows if he can just settle in, his offense could come back and still produce a win.
Stuart Fairchild to the plate. Takes ball low. Think about all the pitchers that the Dodgers have. The 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball to right. Teoscar Hernandez going to drift in. Slows. Makes the catch. 2 down. And I think maybe the biggest luxury that you would feel like you have if you're a pitcher for the Dodgers is knowing if you can just hang in there more nights than not, your offense will get you back into the game.
Yes. Yes, it certainly would. And it could be anybody up and down their lineup. Not just the guys at the top.
Braves leading 5-2 in the top of the third. Here's Chadwick Trump. Snell to the plate. And a ball outside. One out to Trump. This tie.
You know, I've always thought of Blake Snell as being kind of wiry, somewhat slender. He's not. He's 6'4", 225. Long legs.
2-0 to Trop. And Trop hits one way up into the air. Shallow center field. Edman, the second baseman, calling everyone off. He squeezes it with one hand. And it's a 1-2-3 top of the third. So Edman under it there. And Snell hoping that one gets him back on track.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with WIPOL. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Bai to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The big crowd tonight at Dodger Stadium, and the Braves leading 5-2 into the bottom of the third. If you're just now tuning in, you missed a great start for the Braves. Atlanta sending 6 to the plate in the first inning, scoring a couple of runs thanks to a Max Muncy error. And then in the second inning, Muncy blinked again with another error. And 3 runs scored, couple of RBI base hits for the Braves, 2 big doubles, one by Albies, one by Olsen. First pitch on the way, and there's a called strike on Andy Paez. 5 runs, 4 hits for the Braves, 2 runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for the Dodgers. Elder brings the 0-1, and a chase and a miss there. Went down with a sinker, 0-2 on Paez. Elder, 33 pitches, 23 strikes, 0-2. Low and outside. Braves have a day off tomorrow. This has been a grueling road trip for the Braves as they've gone 0-6 to begin the season. So a win tonight and then going home would be enormous for this team. 1-2 sent foul.
Sure would be a nice boost for that flight home, wouldn't it?
And it would. Andy Paez 0 for 7 in this series. 1-2 pitch. Just low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got the Marlins when we get home. It'll be Friday night with a home opener. We hope to see you at the ballpark. It'll be great to see all the Braves fans at Truist Park. 2-2 pitch. Boy, it looked like a good pitch. This with a slider, apparently. Be Spencer Schwellenbach Friday night, most likely against Max Meyer. 3-2. Got him looking. Strike 3. A sinker in the perfect place. Second strikeout for Elder. Back to the top of the order to the man that they all came out to see tonight on his bobblehead night, Shohei Ohtani. Tremendous talent. He's 1 for 8 in this series. Pitch on the way to Ohtani. Takes the ball outside. There are lots of very interesting stories about Ohtani, but maybe the most fascinating one to me There's a story about his high school days when he was actually on the swim team in Japan. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll be swung on, missed. His high school swimming coach, who had actually coached Olympians, future Olympians in swimming, said that Ohtani could have been an Olympic swimmer, hands down. 1-1 misses low. Said that he's one of the best swimmers he had ever seen.
I'll be darned. He's got that big wingspan, that's for sure.
Sure does. 2-1 to Ohtani, and that's taken for a strike. 2-2.
You see him wince and react and flinch on anything inside, even strikes inside. He does not like the ball in there. But if he can extend his arms, you better throw it and duck.
2-2, fouled off.
He might be the most polite player in the National League. After every swing, like a foul tip like that comes back, he turns around and makes sure everybody's okay.
2-2 to Ohtani. And he hits one way up into the air to right field. Stuart Fairchild's going to wait about 2 days for this to come down. He's under it, and it finally descends into his glove for the out.
And I don't know that I've ever said that about a player before in my career as a broadcaster, that he's really polite.
Leading the league in politeness. 2 down for Mookie Betts. Bryce Elder hoping for his second 1-2-3 inning. Braves leading 5-2. Betts fouls one back. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day, and at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. We're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Well, 1 to Betts. Low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, everything they say about Ohtani and what he could have been as a swimmer, they say about Betts and what he could have been as a bowler.
Right.
1-1 in for a called strike. Betts an avid bowler. His mom was a bowler. Even bowled in a league game the night before she gave birth to Mookie. That's a true story. Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way to Betts. And a bouncer. Kangaroos out there to short. Taken by Allen. Fires on the run. Nice play by Nick Allen. And it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the third for Bryce Elder and the Braves. We head to the top of the fourth. 5-2 Braves.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap today's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day. It's back. Baseball returns to the big stage, and all eyes are on opening week on MLB Network. See the most live games all week. Swing and a miss. With live look-ins around the league nightly, plus post-game reactions from the game's biggest stars.
We got a good group and feel like we can only get better.
It's on. Right on cue. Opening week continues all week, only on MLB Network. Presented by Konami. Visit MLBNetwork.com for schedule and channel number.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Oil Change is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your neighborhood Valvoline for a stay-in-your-car oil change done in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. That's Valvoline. Eli White had a single and a run scored back in the second inning. He leads off in the top of the fourth. He was moving britches around the bases, wasn't he?
He was. And he can fly.
First pitch on the way to Eli White. And he socks one to center field. Andy Paez is able to approach this one, make a chest-high catch. One pitch and one down. One last thought on Eli. That's what we saw of him all spring, just getting on base and using his speed, scoring from first.
And hitting line drives just like he just did. Got to keep this pressure on Snell, though. Keep attacking.
Snell's 70th pitch of the game going to be sent foul into the lower bowl of the stadium down the right field line from Ozzie. One of the two biggest hits in the game for the Braves, both doubles, one by Albies, one by Olson in the second. A one-check swing. He did go 0-2. And the thing that those doubles had in common, they finished up at bats where the batters got ahead. They were patient, fouled off some tough pitches, went deep in the count. 0-2 to Ozzie, and he wipes out there. Swings and misses over the top of the slider. Very different at bat from what he displayed 2 innings ago. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Strikeout number 2 for Snell. Ozuna with 2 walks in the game. He'll take a ball low. Ozuna hitting .214, couple of RBIs. Takes ball inside, 2-0. For Snell, he has walked 3, and 2 of them to this man. The other 2, Matt Olson in the first. 2-0 pitch in for a call strike. 2-1. Here we are in the top of the fourth. I'm stunned to look up into the upper tank down the lines and see lots of empty seats.
Thousands of them.
On Ohtani bobblehead night. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That'll miss low.
How many were they giving away tonight? Everybody was getting one.
Really?
So it wasn't like the first 10,000 that got here got shut, and after that they got shut out.
3-1, there's a called strike. Fastball over the outside corner.
They may have to have another one later in the season just to get rid of all of them.
Well, this stadium will seat about 56,000. Largest stadium in the big leagues. And they've had over 50 each of the first 2 games. Pay off to Ozuna. And he missed inside and low. Third time Ozuna has walked. Boy, what about all these free passes from Marcell?
I love it. It means he's not swinging at bad pitches.
Inning continues for Austin Riley. Austin 0 for 2. And he smokes one into left field. In for a base hit. Got a first pitch fastball. And that came off his bat at 110 miles an hour. Slightly misplayed by Conforto, but a single by Riley, and Ozuna down to second base.
That was like that line drive he hit at Manny Machado in San Diego, only this one was elevated a little bit.
So now it's Olson to the plate.
Snaps an O for Austin, too.
Olson, 2 RBI double in the second inning. Batting with 2 down, runners at first and second. First pitch, and he hits one out to second, knocking it down. Edman, he goes to the ground, pops up, throws over to first base for out number 3. Edman playing that to his right, played the short hop, and it knocked him down, but he's able to get up and make the play. And the Braves strand 2 men aboard. No runs, 1 hit, no error.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap today's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day. Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Dodgers 2 into the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be 3-4-5 for LA with Hernandez, Conforto, and Smith. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Watch membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 32-year-old right fielder climbing in. Pitch on the way from Bryce Elder. That's in for a called strike. There is a Braves connection with Teoscar Hernandez. His brother-in-law, Felix Francisco, a scout who actually scouted for the Braves in the mid to late 90s. Started his scouting career as a Braves scout. 0-1 pitch on the way to Hernandez and a ground ball foul. He's one of a couple of guys in their lineup who has scouting in their family. Kike Hernandez's father, a scout for the Pirates for many years. Bryce Elder taking his time now, pitch timer violation, and Trump trying to go out there to buy time and restart the clock, but it was too late. Well, he was a statue out there on the mound. So now 1-2 on Teoscar Hernandez. Leg kick in the 1-2. A little bit low and outside.
Yeah, that was a smart effort on the part of Chadwick Tromp. Just a little late, trying to jump out there and call time and make a trip to the mound.
2-2, chopped off the plate foul. You know what? After we instituted the pitch timer, I think we got to the point now where it's an afterthought. I mean, you don't see near as many violations as you did those first few months of the first season that we had the timer.
That's true.
2-2, a lunge and a miss for strike 3, and he got him with a slider. One down in the fourth. It's like now these pitchers they got that timer in their head. They're trained to know, okay, I need to go into my motion, get rid of the baseball.
Dodgers have some action in their bullpen. That's Ben Kasperius.
Braves 5, Dodgers 2, bottom of the fourth. And Conforto takes a ball low. Elder at 54 pitches. 1-0 is high, 2 balls, no strikes. Well, maybe you've been tuning in and wondering, where's Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers? He's not been playing in this series due to a mishap in the shower the other day. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's in for a called strike, but the report today is that Freeman is feeling much better, according to Dave Roberts, and they feel like he can return to the lineup for their next ball game. Tweaked his surgically repaired right ankle after slipping in his shower at home. This one's hit hard. Deep center field. White going to go to the wall. Climbs the wall and it's gone. Michael Conforto to dead center. It's his first home run this year, and it's now a 5-3 game.
I've always loved Michael Conforto's swing. It is short and it is pretty. That really jumped off his bat straight away.
2 homers for the Dodgers in the game. A 2-run homer by Tommy Edman 2 innings ago. And a solo homer here in the 4th inning by Conforto. Here's Will Smith. And he'll take a called strike. 419 feet of the home run by Conforto. One slider misses outside. 1-1 from Elder. Check swing. They appeal. And he went, says Clint Bondrak, the umpire at first base.
Yeah, you're talking about Freeman. They're hoping that he will be back in the lineup on Friday in Philadelphia. But some weather concerns there may prevent that from happening.
1-2 from Elder. That'll miss low. Boy, you know he wants to hit in that ballpark.
Yeah, and they don't want him to play in that ballpark if there's any chance of a wet field.
Two a liner into center field. Base hit for Will Smith, just out of the reach of the lunging Nick Allen.
He's now hit in every one of their games. That's 8 straight for him.
And now back to Tommy Edman, who blasted a 2-run homer over the outfield wall in the 2nd inning. Braves leading 5-3. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Elder's pitch misses low. Boy, when Bryce is on, that sinker is on. And when that pitch is there for him, a lot of times he can get some ground balls, maybe turn 2. Although Edman will be a tough one to turn 1 over on. Runner at first, 1 out for Tommy Edman. 1-0 from Elder. Low and inside, 2-0.
Rick Kranitz trying to get the attention of the umpires to call timeout. He's going to the mound. That's going to buy someone in the bullpen a little time to loosen up.
It's like Aaron Bummer.
Yes, sir.
Aaron Bummer going to start tossing out there in the Braves bullpen. Well, in game 1 of this series, the Dodgers came out swinging. 2 runs in the 1st inning, 2 in the 3rd. They won 6-1. Last night, the Braves had a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning. Then the Dodgers erupted for 3 in the 6th and never looked back. Tonight, the Braves get out to the early start. The Dodgers are trying to get back into this thing, and now it's a 2-run game. We got the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th. For Tommy Edman. Edman with 4 homers and 7 RBIs here in the early season. Elder's 2-0 pitch. Inside ball 3.
Just missed.
Well, the man on deck, should he walk Edman, is going to come to the plate looking to vent some frustration for a few errors earlier in the game. 3-0 pitch, and that's nowhere near. It's ball 4. So after a leadoff strikeout of Hernandez, it's called homer, single, walk. And as I was just mentioning, Max Muncy will climb in. And the 5 runs the Braves have on the board A lot of that due to the 2 defensive mistakes made by Max Muncy earlier in the game. He's made 2 errors in the game. And now he climbs in as the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Elder wheels around, looking back to runner Smith at second base. This is a moment that worries you right here because Muncy's put up big numbers against the Braves in his career. First pitch to Muncy, and he swings in a fly ball to right field. Stuart Fairchild in line with it, drifting to his right, makes the catch. And 2 down in the 4th inning.
Big out right there for Elder.
Bat in the hands of Kike Hernandez. He homered in game 1 of the series. And that has been his only hit of the series. He's 1 for 8. Right-handed hitter, taps 2 corners of the plate with the end of his bat. Bryce Elder at 67 pitches. Goes to work. And the first pitch in, a called strike. Able to dust up the inside corner with a sinker. Braves leading 5-3. And Elder trying to survive the 4th inning. Checks the runner at second. 0-1 softly tapped up the third baseline. Tromp slides to it. Throws to first. Good throw. Great play. That's in time for the out. That's a nice play by Chadwick Tromp. Had to make it snappy. And a good throw down at first base. And that ends the bottom of the 4th inning. Dodgers get a run on the homer by Conforto. We go to the top of the 5th inning. 5-3 Braves.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
As an electrical contractor, you know installation, but you're facing more demands on your time and tighter resources. At World Electric, we offer total electrical solutions. From switchgear and lighting design to kitting, project management, job carts, and more. An efficient job site is power. A partner with time-saving solutions is electric. Visit worldelectricsupply.com today. World Electric. Our knowledge is electric.
I don't know if you've heard, but iExcel is perfect for busy kids like me. It helps me practice everything we do in school. I'm getting ahead in reading and catching up on math. iExcel actually makes math fun. Start learning today at iExcel.com.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco.
The Fan.
Well, the Braves have sent Blake Snell running for cover. He lasts 4 innings today, giving up 5 runs, none earned. On 5 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. New pitcher is the right-hander Ben Kasparias. Went to 2 different schools, went to UConn and also went to North Carolina. Kasparias, 26 years old, in his 2nd season in the big leagues, made 3 appearances last year. This is his 4th appearance this season. No record, no ERA, 3 scoreless innings, giving up just 1 base hit. He'll face De La Cruz, Allen, and Fairchild. And now for more play-by-play, here's Joe.
Thank you, Ben. De La Cruz reached on an error in the 1st and hit a rocket right to short to end the 2nd inning. And he takes a strike. 0-1. Kasparias wears number 78. Kicks and fires. There's another strike. Slider found the mark. De La Cruz looking for his first hit of the year, but he's swung the bat well here tonight. The pitch high. 1-2. How many total pitches did you have for Snell?
80.
Wow. Swing and a miss by De La Cruz on something off speed and down in the zone. Good start for Casparius.
Yeah, had 80 pitches for Snell, 45 strikes.
Shortstop, Nick Allen.
Fans, Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Nick Allen, a double and a run scored. He's also grounded out. Takes a strike. That RBI, his first of the year, back in the first inning. Fastball high and away. On his double, it ended the first inning because De La Cruz was also trying to score and got thrown out at home plate. Another fastball high, 2-1. Muncy in about even with the bag at third. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball about belt high. Casparius is about 94-95. Rocks back and delivers, working quickly. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks. Casparius' left foot steps way back, parallel to the pitching rubber toward first base, and then comes forward and kicks pretty high. And here is Spencer Fairchild, Stuart Fairchild, beg your pardon, who sparks one over to third base, but handled it by Muncy. He's 2 for 4 tonight on handling ground balls. So
some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap today's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Here in L.A., it's a 5-3 lead for the Braves, and the Braves go to the bullpen, bring along right-hander Iñel de los Santos. Iñel out there for the 3rd time this season, no record and a .450 ERA. Iñel de los Santos, 6'3", 235, the right-hander from the Dominican Republic. And we did see him in Game 1 of this series, went 1 inning, gave up a run on 3 hits.
So Elder goes 4 innings, 3 hits, and a walk, gave up 3 runs, all result of home runs. He gave up 2 homers. He also struck out 3. Kike Hernandez will lead off the inning. I beg your pardon. That's Pages leading off the inning. It'll be Pages, Ohtani, and Betts. De Los Santos delivers low, and the count goes 2-0. It was Kike Hernandez who had the swinging bunt attempt last inning that Chadwick Tromp made such a good play on. 5-3 Atlanta, bottom of the 5th. And the pitch bounced toward third and foul. 2-1.
Well, the way that Austin Riley has been playing defense to begin the season, you're disappointed when anything goes foul.
I know. I am, because I know he's going to get it. Out of the stretch, De Los Santos delivers, and he hit him. The 9-hole hitter gets plunked in the elbow. And he walks toward the Dodger dugout in pain as he's trying to take all of his shin guards off. He must have missed the elbow guard.
It's square on that elbow guard. Watching that replay.
So an inauspicious start to the inning by De Los Santos. And Pages, a very slow walk to first. You know, Will Smith got hit on the elbow guard here a couple of nights ago, and he was in a lot of pain. They may have to find a new maker. Shohei Ohtani politely waits for Pages to say he's okay. Steps back in there. He's grounded out and flied out. And the pitch swung on, hit high, but foul down the left side. 94 on that fastball from De Los Santos. Braves have out hit them 5-3. They lead 5-3 on the scoreboard. The delivery. Check swing. No appeal made. Didn't go. 1-1. 2 homers, 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases on the year for Ohtani. He's 1 for 9 in this series. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Top hand came off the bat. He came up empty. 1-2. Pages leads from first. Nobody out. Pitch. Breaking ball missed. 2-2. Playing Ohtani to pull. Braves hoping for a ground ball, but he lines one to right in front of Fairchild. It'll get down. Pages is going to try to go to third. Here comes the throw. He is safe. Good throw by Fairchild. I'm not sure if the Braves are going to challenge this or not, but it came through on 1 or 2 hops. I couldn't tell. Ball was hit hard. I was really surprised that Pages tried it. But it was just off the mark a little bit, and then Pages able to hold the bag. As he went in feet first. First and third, nobody out. Tying runs aboard. Mookie Betts is grounded out twice. Once to second, once to short. 2 for 10 in the series with a big homer last night. And now De Los Santos, who is in his stretch, steps off and trying to get his device to work for the signals. Betts will ambush that first pitch if you're not careful. Pitch is outside, ball one. Ohtani was bluffing like he might run, but stayed home at first.
This is the third time through the order for the Dodgers, and this was where they made their advancement last night with that big 3-run inning with Ohtani, Betts, and Edman coming through.
The delivery swung on. Line back to the pitcher. Throw to third. They get the force out and double up Pages. What a great play by De Los Santos to help himself. The ball it sounded like it was hit off the end of the bat a little bit. In fact, Mookie's coming back with a splintered bat. But De Los Santos caught it, threw to third. They get the force out, double play.
Well, and he had his pick first to third because you had a man doubled off on either corner. And it is such a heads-up play by De Los Santos because it would have been very easy just to rush and get a throw over to first base and double off Ohtani. Took the time to make a good throw to third base instead.
Throw to first, now he throws it away. He was trying to pick Ohtani off, and he threw it off the wall down the right field line, and Ohtani winds up at second on the E1. So you're right, Ben, that could have been disastrous on the play before.
Exactly. Well, that just whizzed right over Matt's head. And look, pitchers are used to going through their routine, their mechanics, delivering to the plate. When they have to quickly deliver to a base, you always hold your breath.
5-3 Atlanta, bottom of the fifth. And the pitch to Teoscar Hernandez in there for a strike, 0-1. Hernandez has fanned twice. That was against Bryce Elder. And the 0-1 swung on, popped up foul. That'll reach the seats behind the Braves first base dugout. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Hernandez, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. That leads their team in the RBI department. The 0-2. Fought off foul and into the screen. 97 on that heater. Ohtani leads from second base. Got to keep an eye on him. The pitch swung on and missed, struck him out. Hernandez, Teoscar Hernandez has the hat trick, 3 strikeouts, and a nice recovery by Enyel De Los Santos. No runs, a hit, an error, and 1 left. We go to the 6th, 5-3 Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, spring and warm.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
In the fourth, Max Muncy's made 2 errors, and Enyo De Los Santos just made an error for the Braves. Chadwick Tromp will lead off the inning, and he steps back from a pitch that misses inside, ball 1. It's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. If a Braves player hits a home run this inning, Tanner Ennis from Ellabelle, Georgia, will win $1,600. Fastball high, 2-0. Ellabelle. I don't know if I know Ellabelle. 2-0 delivery. Trump takes outside, ball 3. Chadwick is struck out, flied out, made a real good defensive play on a little tapper out in front of the plate. 3-0. He's taking all the way, ball 4. So Casparius, who looked great in the 5th inning, walks the leadoff man in the 6th.
Ellabelle is west of Savannah, Bryan County.
It's a good thing it's not east of Savannah. So that's down there by my neck of the woods.
Yeah, kind of in between Statesboro and Savannah.
Okay. Timeout called.
For Atlanta, number 23, Michael Harris II.
As Will Smith goes out to talk to Casparius about Michael Harris II, who will pinch hit for Eli White. Eli White with a bunt single and a run scored and a line out to center. He's 1 for 2. Runner at first, nobody out, 5-3 Atlanta. And a breaking ball missed outside, and he falls behind Harris. 1-0. Michael so far 3 for 23 with a homer and an RBI. The home run came here 2 nights ago. Stretching the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. Day off tomorrow. It's actually a travel night, overnight, for the Braves. And they'll open up at home on Friday against Miami. Fastball, kind of a half swing by Harris, and he went around 1 and 2.
Itinerary has us landing in Atlanta at 6 a.m. When was the last time you remember us getting in? I'd say that late, but maybe that early.
Oh, boy. All because the Dodgers elected to play this game at 5:38. 1-2 pitch, swung on, ripped to right field. That might get down. It will. It'll sink in front of Teoscar Hernandez, and the Braves are in business. Pinch hit single for Michael Harris, and they're at first and second and nobody out. There is a baseball rule that you can't start a game after 40 minutes after the hour in this case. I guess that's on a getaway day. So they couldn't have started the game at 5:41, so they started it at 5:38.
5:38.
I wondered why they picked that funny hour.
It is peculiar.
Here's Ozzie. He's got a big double off the center field wall and lines 1 to left. Base hit. Nice piece of hitting. Batting left-handed. He'll move everybody up 90 feet. And Ozzie's 2 for 4 in the leadoff spot tonight. Braves are in business. Bases loaded. And nobody out for Marcell Ozuna, who has walked 3 times. Kind of nice for Marcell to know they don't have any place to put him.
That's right. Got to come to him. And, boy, it sure would be nice to see him barrel one, especially if he could send one out of here.
Second inning not going quite as well for Casparius. The pitch to Marcell. Bounced up there and blocked nicely by Will Smith. He controls it and keeps the runner at third. That's Trump. 1-0. Trump at third, Harris at second, Ozzie at first. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to center field, fairly deep. Page's having trouble finding it. Now he does. Makes the catch. Tromp stays put. And it's just going to be a fly out to center, not deep enough to score the runner from third.
Love to see a replay of that, because half of me believes that Pages might have been even deking some of that. He's signaling to Brian, or rather to Michael Conforto, that he really couldn't see it, but
a little twilight action above and behind Dodger Stadium. Austin Riley, a ringing base hit his last time up. 1 for 3 tonight. Hacks away and fouls one back. Had a good swing, 0-1.
Go get yourself some birthday RBIs.
Yes, sir. 28 today. And he snapped an 0 for 18 with that base hit. Stretch in the pitch. Strike call. Good pitch. 95 down and in. And Riley in the hole 0-2. Need a fly ball deep enough to score a run at least here out of this. The pitch high. Wasted a pitch upstairs. 1-2. If you'd like your chance to enter, if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Riley takes down and away 2-2. 5-3 Braves. We are in the 6th. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the pitch. Ball 3. Breaking ball well off the plate away from Riley. Full count. Got to throw one around the plate now. And the payoff pitch. Oh, third strike. Austin looks back at Tony Randazzo. And Kasperius gets a much-needed strikeout for the second out of the inning. That hurt. Right at the bottom of the zone. Too close to take. Matt Olson gets a chance. Still loaded. 2 out. Breaking ball, ball 1. Boy, if he gets out of this, gonna fire up everybody in that Dodger dugout. The pitch to Matt. Swung on, lifted out into shallow center field. Mookie goes back. He's there. He's got it. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Braves come up empty. That really hurts. No runs, 2 hits, 3 left.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Marco's Pizza was named America's favorite pizza chain by Technomics America's Favorite Chains data. And America said, who? So we're introducing America to America's favorite pizza chain with unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each. And when people tried Marco's Pizza, they said,
this is amazing.
Get unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each at Marco's.
Marco secured the top spot in the 2024 limited service pizza category with a 53.4% composite top box rating based on recent guest survey scores rating of certain attributes. Prices higher in California. For codes, price, participation, and other restrictions, see marcos.com. Limited time only.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Dodger Stadium, Braves leading the Dodgers 5-3. It'll be Conforto, Smith, and Edman due up for the Dodgers, and they'll face the right-hander Pierce Johnson. And Pierce is out there for the 3rd time this year. No record, no ERA, 2 scoreless innings, just 1 hit allowed, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. We saw Pierce last night, pitched 1 inning.
Conforto has walked and scored ahead of the home run by Edman, and he's homered himself. His first in a Dodger uniform. Pierce Johnson fires. Curveball strike. Conforto, Smith, and Edman. Formidable middle of the lineup for L.A. Pierce to the plate. Inside, 1-1.
Also, Michael Harris remains in the game and goes to center field.
Thank you. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch from Johnson. Fouled back. Mets beat Miami 6-5 tonight. I believe that one was in extra innings. Cardinals clobbered the Angels 12-5 at Busch Stadium today. Milwaukee 3-2 over Kansas City in Milwaukee. 1-2 pitch is high to even the count. National League scoreboard updates are delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Texas beat Cincinnati 1-0. I wonder if that was DeGrom. A 2-2. Laid off a breaking ball. Full count to Conforto. Braves up 5-3, 6th inning.
That was Leiter who got the start for Texas and got a win.
Okay. Payoff pitch to Conforto. He walked it. Walked the leadoff man, and the potential tying run comes to the plate in the form of Will Smith. I need to edit the line on Elder. I said he only walked 1 in 4 innings. He actually walked 2. De Los Santos, an inning, a hit, and a hit batsman. And a strikeout, a line drive double play got him out of trouble. Smith takes a strike. He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And he's hit in all 8 of the Dodgers' first 8 games. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Good curveball, 0-2. Now, last night when he got in trouble, Smith, 0-2, he just punched the ball to right field. Time called by Smith.
Dylan Lee now up and tossing in the Braves bullpen. You look at the rest of this inning. After Smith, it's Edman, then Muncy.
Here's the 0-2. Check swing by Smith. Did he go? He did not. Says Clint Vondrack, the first base umpire.
So it'd be a big out if Pierce could find a way to get Will Smith right here. But in case you got men on base and Muncy comes up like he did in the 4th inning, you'd have Dylan Lee just in case.
Pretty close on that check swing. The 1-2. Check swing, and he foul tipped it. Muncy with his hitting streak. He's hitting .474. Home run, 5 RBIs. Conforto at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw it right by him. Tell you what, that fastball's been good the last couple of nights for Pierce Johnson, and that one was 95.
Yeah, a lot of life on that heater. And we remarked last night that when their players are coming to the plate versus Pierce Johnson, they were sitting curveballs. So to get that fastball 95, when you're sitting curve, it probably comes in looking like about 100.
Tommy Edman, batting left-handed, steps in. 2-run homer and a walk. And he hits one hard into right field on the first pitch. Base hit. Fairchild on it quickly. They're going to run on him again. Conforto headed to third. He's out from here to Dallas. Michael Conforto, not very fleet of foot, thought he could go first to third, and Fairchild threw him out by a mile. Second out of the inning, and on that play, Brian Snitker is coming out of the dugout, and he's going to make a Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves ground crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. Tell you who's coming in to pitch after this timeout on the Braves Radio Network.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog.
At Center Lake Ranch, we're building a community nestled in nature, where current residents welcome their new neighbors home. Join us for our grand opening home tour, Friday, April 25th through Sunday, April 27th. Tour 10 beautiful model homes and take advantage of special builder incentives all weekend long. Located in the Orlando metro area with homes from the mid-300s to over 800. Center Lake Ranch. It's good to be home. Visit centerlakeranch.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The potential tying run at the plate. Bottom of the 6th, 5-3 Braves. Braves about hit him 7-5. Dylan Lee checks the runner, delivers. Muncy takes high. Fans, did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Braves? You probably knew that. And it's made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. You probably knew that too. Well, now you do. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Muncy with a good cut, fouls one back, 1-1. Fans a little antsy here at Chavez Ravine. Braves on top 5-3. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air. Might stay in play, but no, it's into the stands behind the screen, bouncing around among the crowd. 1-2 to Max Muncy, who has grounded out and flied out. Dylan Lee fires, and another pop-up out of play. Padres won again. They beat Cleveland 5-2. They're on a roll. There goes the runner. The pitch swung on and missed. Inning is over. Dylan Lee comes in and strikes out Muncy. No runs, a walk and a hit, but one left. And we've played 6. Braves up 5-3.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or...
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcase a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, like he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
2 years ago, and he was coming off an operation and still feeling for that pitch of his that has been his meal ticket, the split finger. And it was inconsistent, but over time, as his elbow has healed and he's gotten more and more used to the feel of that pitch, it started to come back to him a lot more consistently. And it is back to very good shape like it was prior to Tommy John surgery a few years back. First pitch from Yates and a swing and a miss by De La Cruz, 0-1. There was a splitter there. Usually splitter and then a four-seamer. When you climb in versus Yates, you're expecting that splitter. Well, one from the right-hander. De La Cruz will reach and a miss, 0-2. Boy, reflecting back on the bottom of the 6th inning, what a huge play by Stuart Fairchild. Getting Michael Conforto, that was an enormous out. He's displayed a pretty good throwing arm out of right field tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to De La Cruz, and he swings and misses over the top of a splitter. 1 out in the 7th.
Well, that coupled with the Braves having bases loaded, nobody out last inning and not scoring. Huge half inning for Kasperius, who's out of the game. 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout.
Yeah, it was a big missed opportunity in the 6th for the Braves. Leading 5-3 in the top of the 7th. Nick Allen's been swinging a good bat, had an RBI double in the 1st inning. And he hits a broken bat liner off of Yates, and he picked up by Muncy. 360 spin, and he dropped it. And that'll be a base hit by Allen, even if Max Muncy's able to get a firm grip on it. Likely not getting Allen. And it looks like Kirby Yates is okay. That comebacker that splintered the bat of Nick Allen took a bite out of Yates. Maybe on the outside of the right calf. He had time to brace for impact. It was a one-hopper right off the outside of the right calf. So here is Fairchild. There goes Allen, pitch on the way. There's a called strike, no throw down. Boy, what a great jump. They had no shot. That was stolen on Yates. Nick Allen with a couple of steals now. Braves looking to add on to the 5-3 lead. 0-1 to Fairchild. Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Ball and a strike on Fairchild. 1-1 misses low. 2 balls and a strike. Light breeze across the outfield towards the right field foul pole. Fans down below, like they typically do here at Dodger Stadium, throwing some beach balls around. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a pickoff to second. It's off the glove of Edman, rolling into right center field. Up on his feet and advancing to third base, down Nick Allen. So Nick with an infield single, a stolen base, and a missed catch by Tommy Edman on a pickoff attempt. And Allen's at third with 1 out. The throw by Yates, not the best one, slightly behind Edman, but one that he probably should have caught. And they will go E4. Hit on the webbing of his glove. And now the infield is in. See if Fairchild can find a way to drive in Allen. And the 2-1 pitch. Check swing, he went after the splitter, 2-2. Fairchild in this game reached on an error in the 2nd inning, scored a run, also flied out to right and grounded out to third. And with the infield in, just looking to make some contact, find a hole, drive in Allen. Right-hander Yates set right at the letters. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a splitter. So now 2 down to the bat in the hands of Chadwick Tromp. Chadwick has been on once. He walked in the 6th inning. The Braves have gone 5 for 14 in the game with runners in scoring position. But looking for another base hit with runner in scoring position right here. Tromp takes a called strike. Braves leading 5-3 in the top of the 7th. Runner at third, 2 down. Kirby Yates brings his 11th pitch of the inning. And Tromp takes the ball low and outside. Well, for the longest time, the Braves have not been able to buy a hit with runners in scoring position. Tonight, they have 5 of them. And still feeling like they need a few more. Ball and a strike, here it comes. And Tromp swings and misses right over the top of the splitter. So now a 1-2 count on Chadwick Tromp. Dodgers in the bottom of the inning will have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Righty-righty matchup. Tromp awaits. Pitch on the way. Swung on at a ground ball to Muncy. He gloves it, gathers and throws, and this time a good throw. And that ends the top of the 7th inning. So the Braves get Nick Allen to third, but can't drive him in. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. Time to stretch here in L.A. We head to the bottom of the 7th, 5-3 Braves.
The all-new front office experience has come to MLB The Show 25. Manage your big board, sign the key free agent, and take your franchise to the World Series. MLB The Show 25 is available now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch. Rated E for everyone. Officially licensed by MLB Players, Inc.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com. Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on
Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
There's only one thing better than baseball on the radio, being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour. Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
We're delighted to have you with us on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network tonight alongside Joe Simpson. Ben Ingram here with you. Coming to you from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, where the Braves have a 5-3 lead on the Dodgers. The Braves, the only team in Major League Baseball without a win to this point of the season. Trying to change that tonight. It's still Dylan Lee on the mound. He had a big strikeout of Max Muncy to end the threat in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now facing Kike Hernandez in the bottom of the 7th. Lee goes back to work. And the first pitch in, a called strike. Meanwhile, out of the Braves bullpen, it remains busy. Daysville Hernandez loosening his right arm. Dodgers have some action in their pen as well. Jared Kelenic has taken over in right field. That'll be fouled back. Correction, he's in left field. Still Fairchild out there in right. So Brian De La Cruz comes out of the game. So 2 from Dylan Lee. Low and inside, bouncing through the dirt. Tonight's attendance, 50,281. Not even the largest crowd of this series, believe it or not. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. And a ground ball, weakly hit out to second. Ozzie wraps it in leather, flings it over to first base, and 1 down. Folks, did you know that the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? And that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is also the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? It's like a double play for your mouth. That's right, the Louisiana brand hot sauce, that's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. If that's the case, we need the Louisiana brand hot sauce up at the plate with men in scoring position.
Isn't that the truth? Another big run left at third.
Andy Paez up to the plate. And Paez takes a called strike. Paez was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning and then was thrown out at the plate. Or rather, doubled off a third, I should say, 0-1. And it's a high fly ball to shallow left center. Harris, Kelenic in the neighborhood. This will be Michael's ball, and he's got it. And 2 down. Well, with a 2-run lead, if you got to face Shohei Ohtani, it's going to do it with the bases empty. Left on left, Lee versus Ohtani. Ohtani 1 for 4, the double in his career versus Dylan Lee. Ohtani 1 for 3 in the game. And he takes the ball inside. Wonder how closely his approach here versus the lefty Lee will be to that of his approach versus the lefty Chris Sale last night. 1-0 pitch, popped up, and foul. They both have good sliders, but 2 very different style sliders, aren't they?
They are. Chris is harder and a little more, I'll say, down and away mostly. Dylan's is a little flatter.
Ball to strike on Ohtani. Lee deals. Ohtani swings, floats one to left field, down the line. That's going to land in fair. Jared Kelenic gathers. And the single keeps the inning alive now for Mookie Betts. And here comes Brian Snitker. And they've had Daysville Hernandez tossing, and they'll go right on right. Hernandez and Betts. As the Braves make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 and a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Runs or walks, 1 strikeout. He pitched last night, had a 1-2-3 8th inning and faced Mookie Betts and got him to fly out. 2 out, runner at first. Betts represents the tying run.
Get another result just like that right here. Betts is 0 for 3, a ground out to second, a ground out to short, and also hit that line out double play in the 5th inning. Hernandez, the right-hander, fires over to first base and back in with a dive. Ohtani. Keeping a close eye on him. Braves with a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 7th. Leading 5-3. All 5 runs came in the first 2 innings, and the Braves been holding on since then. This one comes up and in, spins him out of the box, almost hit him. Fastball 97 that sizzled right by Mookie Betts.
That was high and tight.
1-0 pitch. Swung on, missed. Good slider away. Count even 1-1. One popped up towards foul ground into the seats down the right field line. So 1-2. Daysbel is 1 good pitch away from putting away the Dodgers and flushing away this threat here in the 7th. Betts pinwheels the bat, now steadies. Hernandez looking into his catcher, Trop, and now time called. Daysbel Hernandez, right foot on the first base side of the rubber. Lead at first by Ohtani, now lengthened as he's held by Olsen. He's off to the races. Pitch swung on a fly ball to right field. Fairchild moving over to his right. He's under it, and he's got it for out number 3. Stuart Fairchild into the gap in right center to squeeze out number 3, and the Braves dodge a bullet there in the bottom of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors in a man.
Yes, I love this game.
IXL is actually a learning app that helps them excel in math, science, language arts, even social studies. But it's so fun, my kiddo calls it a game.
Yes, I'm crushing it.
Yeah, you are. He loves the awards and motivating feedback on IXL. It's one of his favorite things to do after school. He loves the challenge. I love the results.
Yes.
IXL, the learning program 16 million students trust. Try it today at IXL.com.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap the day's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day. Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
ERA, 1 run in 3 1/3 innings with a walk and 3 strikeouts, and he'll face 9-1-2. That's Michael Harris II, Ozzie, and Ozuna.
Well, the Braves got after it early. A 2-run first, a 3-run second. They've had some opportunities since and not been able to cash in. A couple more runs to make us all feel a lot better about it. It's a 2-run lead, but look, when you start off 0-6 and you're playing these guys in this stadium, no lead feels safe.
It could be 15-3. I wouldn't feel real hot.
Michael Harris to face the lefty Dreyer. And the first pitch on the way from Dreyer. Harris takes a called strike. He thought it was a tick high, but Tony Randazzo raises the right arm. And an 0-1 count. Dreyer, the 4th pitcher that Dave Roberts has used in the game. 0-1 and a bouncer to second. Taken after a series of hops by Tommy Edman. His throw to first base over for out number 1. Back to the top of the order to Ozzie Albies. Folks, you can't sneak anything by Joe Simpson. I mean, you're a seasoned vet, and the proper move when you're playing the Dodgers on getaway day is make sure you grab a Dodger dog for when you get out of here. And I mean to tell you, he showed up in between innings and just plopped a Dodger dog down right next to me. There's a ball inside. And I thought, man, if that isn't having your partner's back, I don't know what is.
Yeah, you got to cover everybody. You know, as a seasoned veteran, you got to know where the goods are.
Here's a 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball out towards center field. Andy Paez over to his right, makes the catch, 2 down. See, that's why I always follow you everywhere, because I know you're going for the goodies.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to beat a Dodger dog, that's for sure.
I mean, if the game ends, we go to the airport afterwards. By the time we get on the plane, that could be an hour and a half, 2 hours from now.
You're right, and I got to say, this Dodger dog probably was a leftover from last year.
It had a good offseason. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna takes a called strike. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Braves, 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Dodgers. That's one of the big numbers up there on the board. 0-1, that'll be fouled off by Ozuna. One of my favorite clips to watch when it comes to anytime we come to Dodger Stadium, and I'm sure you watched Mr. Ed back in the day. And the clip of Mr. Ed coming to Dodger Stadium in 1963, I don't know if you've seen that. I bet you have.
I have.
It's hysterical every single time. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ozuna takes a ball high. They have him taking at bat against Sandy Koufax, Mr. Ed.
Oh, yeah.
And he
raked him.
And he hit inside the park homer.
Yeah.
And they have John Roseborough jumping up to the top of the cage to get out of the way of the sliding Mr. Ed. There's the 1-2. Ozuna with a little tapper left side. Boot taken by Betts. And he throws over to first base. And that's in time for the out. So nothing happening for the Braves versus Dreyer here in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
As an electrical contractor, you know installation, but you're facing more demands on your time and tighter resources. At World Electric, we offer total electrical solutions. From switchgear and lighting design to kitting, project management, job carts, and more. An efficient job site is power. A partner with time-saving solutions is electric. Visit worldelectricsupply.com today. World Electric. Our knowledge is electric.
Marco's Pizza was named America's favorite pizza chain by Technomics America's Favorite Chains data, and America said, who? So we're introducing America to America's favorite pizza chain with unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each. And when people tried Marco's Pizza, they said,
this is amazing.
Get unlimited large 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each at Marco's.
Marco's secured the top spot in the 2024 limited service pizza category with a 53.4% composite top box rating based on recent guest survey scores rating of certain attributes. Prices higher in California. For codes, price, participation, and other restrictions, see Marcos.com. Limited time only.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Cardinals.
There in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour of Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves 5, Dodgers 3. It'll be Hernandez, Conforto, and Smith for L.A. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Well, this is our Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if the Braves strike out the side, Jody King will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar. That's where you log on to sign up. First pitch and a fly ball to right field. Stuart Fairchild coming in, looking up into the nighttime sky, makes the catch and one down. Yeah, to enter, just go to Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, back longer. So, no winner tonight, as the first pitch was flying out to right field. But Jody King, thanks for being out there and thanks for participating in our Yanmar strikeout the side inning. One out for Michael Conforto. Now time called by Conforto. He has walked twice, he's hit a homer, and he's scored twice. And the Braves have Raisel Iglesias warming in the bullpen. First pitch outside from Hernandez, 1-0.
There's another reason I brought you that hot dog.
What's that?
I know that you're broke.
Here's a 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike.
After all your room service here in L.A., I thought a free hot dog would be welcome.
I was going to go busking outside and try to get a little extra change after the game. 1-1 misses Hyde outside. Yeah, they hit me that room service bill. I'm going to have to take out a loan. There's the 2-1. That'll miss high, which is a perfect lead into this. If you're looking for $750,000 more in financing to grow your business or to pay a room service charge, contact First Liberty Building and Loan at FirstLibertyGA.com. Fly ball, deep right field, sprinting to his left, Fairchild, and he'll play it on the high. It's a base hit for Michael Conforto. Single for him, and Will Smith will be the batter.
High slider. If he'd gotten it down, he probably would have swung over it, but he fought it off and dumped it out there.
Will Smith, 1 for 3 in this game. And some of the same things we've said about Max Muncy, who's had some big hits versus the Braves in his career, you'd say the exact same thing about Smith. First pitch to him, misses up and in. 1-0 pitch. Up and in, spun him out of there. 2 balls, no strikes, and Trump going to walk out there and chat with Hernandez.
Well, he needs to. Remember, he almost hit Mookie Betts with the first pitch he threw him last inning. He's been up, gave up a base hit on that high slider, and here comes Brian Snitker. And he's making a change right here in the middle of this at bat, and he's going to go to Iglesias now.
Not a bad idea.
Nope.
Braves make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah & Farah is to protect you when they don't. Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Got some work in 2 nights ago, worked a perfect 1-2-3 inning, including a strikeout of Ohtani. And he comes in here inheriting a 2-0 count on Smith, who represents the potential tying run with a runner at first, 1 out. We're in the 8th inning.
Well, how about that? Your first save opportunity. You're looking for 5 outs.
Well, he should be fresh. He's got a day off tomorrow. Why not?
Yeah, giddy up. Well, he inherits a 2-0 count on Will Smith. Runner at first, 1 down, first pitch. Missed inside, 3-0. Braves 5, Dodgers 3, bottom of the 8th inning, tying run to the plate. Iglesias brings it. And there's a called strike, 3-1. Will Smith in his career versus the Braves, a .284 hitter. And he takes the ball inside. Down to second base for Conforto. And now the go-ahead run to the plate, and Tommy Edman. This guy's been swinging it very well. Edman 1 for 4 in his career versus Iglesias. Well, here we go. First pitch, swung on, missed. Able to show him a good changeup. Well, 1 pitch. Tapper out to first. Olsen has it. And he'll step on the bag for the out. He glanced to second to think about it, but thought better of it. So there's out number 2. Smith down to second base. Conforto over to third.
It was kind of a slow, high 2-hopper. By the time it got to Olsen, he really didn't have a play anywhere else but first.
2 down for Max Muncy. Iglesias trying to protect a 2-run lead. First pitch will miss outside. And walk a moment ago was charged to Hernandez. Muncy awaits. 1-0 from Iglesias. Fouled back. Had a good cut at it. Fouled back the changeup, making it 1-1. Muncy in his career versus Iglesias is 1 for 8 with 1 strikeout. So lots of contact, but nothing to show for it. Crucial moment in the game right here. And the game in the hands of Raisel Iglesias. Runners take their leads, 1-1. Swung on, missed. That was a center cut fastball. Raisel looking for 1 more swing and miss. Get through this jam and then see what happens in the 9th. A ball and 2 strikes on Muncy. On the way. And he lifts one towards foul territory. And that flies into the seats down the third baseline. They go scrambling for the souvenir. Muncy is 0 for 3 in the game. A ground out to second, a fly out to right, and a strikeout swinging. Iglesias looking into his catcher, Trump, ready to bring it. 1-2. Fly ball, deep right center field to the gap, and it's down for a base hit. This will tie the game. Muncy digging for second. He slides in feet first. The crowd erupts. It's a 2 RBI double, and we're tied at 5. Perfectly placed into right center field. Pitch was up and away from him, and he went up to get it.
That was a change-up, but because it was upstairs, he was able to make an adjustment. And there's that man Muncy again, figuring out a way to do damage.
Kike Hernandez takes the ball inside. Braves in the 9th will have Riley, Olsen, and De La Cruz, but it's a tie game. 1-0 pitch. And he hits a high fly ball deep down the left field line towards the foul pole. That is a foul ball. Kike Hernandez just missed getting one out of here. Just to the left side of the foul pole. And the Dodgers have erased what was a 5-run deficit. Go-ahead run at second. 1-1 from Iglesias. Swung on, missed, 1-2. The 2 runs here in the 8th charged to Daysbel Hernandez. Iglesias ready with a 1-2. Cuts it loose. Ground ball out to third and foul. Both teams with 5 runs on 8 hits. When you get to this point in the game and see the game tied, I don't know about you, but all I can do is think about that bases loaded, no one out situation in the 6th inning.
You bet.
1-2 on Kike Hernandez, who's 0 for 3 in the game. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a ground ball foul. Bouncing into the Dodger dugout. This Braves team has been thoroughly frustrated in their first week of this season, losing their first 6 games of the year. A miserable time with runners in scoring position. Then tonight they finally break through with a 5-0 lead, but that's been erased. 1-2. Swung on, popped up, straight up the chute. Trump drifts back into foul ground, playable, and he can't squeeze it. It was in the glove, and then the glove went up against the screen and wobbled the glove, and it was kind of pinned between the mitt and the screen. Into the mid as he had it turned over and then came out, hit up against the screen, and then back into the glove, and home plate umpire Tony Randazzo all over it.
Really, really good effort. Can't believe that ball didn't stay in.
1-2, a reach and a miss at strike 3. Got him with a changeup. And that ends the bottom of the 8th inning. So we have played 8. Nothing decided yet. We head to the 9th, 5 apiece here in L.A.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at Canva.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game.
A lot of power, a lot of marquee names. Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit him. These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Into the top of the ninth inning in L.A., where the Braves and the Dodgers are tied at 5. It's still the left-hander Dreyer on the mound for the Dodgers. For the Braves, 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second. Goose egg since then. For the Dodgers, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth. And then a big 2 RBI double with 2 down by Max Muncy in the bottom of the 8th. And we're tied at 5. Climbing in for the Braves, Austin Riley. Austin 1 for 4 with a single. Dreyer had a 1-2-3 8th inning. And the southpaw goes to work here in the 9th. Big looping pitch, misses high and outside. That was a curveball that never had the plate. And a 1-0 count on Riley. Over 50,000 here on a Wednesday night at Dodger Stadium. 1-0 pitch. Riley, it's a pop-up towards foul territory. That'll sail back into the seats. Becomes a souvenir and a 1-1 count. Austin 1 for 12 in this series. And I can't think of a better birthday present for himself than a big knock right here, especially if he hit one over the wall. 1-1 pitch. And that's high. 2 balls and a strike. Dreyer, the lefty, kicks and fires. Riley sends one foul or back of the Braves dugout. That takes a big hop back into the seats. Braves fighting to end this road trip with a win. And stay away from a winless road trip to begin the season. 2-2 all the way to the backstop on the fly. 3-2.
Just a bit outside.
There you go.
Boy, I'll bet the fans in Milwaukee had a nice tribute to Bob Uecker, their home opener. Now he will be missed.
A 3-2 pitch. Riley taps one foul. Yeah, I saw a nice presentation where Brian Anderson wrote and voiced a piece for Ueck that they played in the ballpark, and they had Uecker's signature cut into the grass in center field. Three-2 to Riley. Line shot out to third. Take it on one bounce by Max Muncy. His throw across is strong and true. And one down here in the 9th inning. Pretty good battle there by Austin. Hard to settle in with pitches that he saw from Dreyer, especially one going to the backstop.
Well, it's interesting to hear the swell of the fans when Muncy gets his hands on the ball, too. It's like, oh, golly.
Yeah, kind of looking at it with one eye. First pitch to Matt Olson, taken for a called strike. Matt had a 2 RBI double back in the 2nd inning. Biggest hit of the game for the Braves. And that's the last time the Braves scored. Left on left matchup. Pitch on the way from Dreyer and a ground ball. Bouncing out the first glove. Back to the bag by Hernandez. And he steps on the back of the out. 1-2 away here in the 9th. Now the Braves will send up Jared Kelenic. Brian De La Cruz was originally in this spot in the order, but Kelenic took over in left field a few innings ago. And this is his first trip to the plate. Kelenic hits one in the air deep to left field, slicing down the line. That's towards the corner and out of play. Went over the wall deep down the left field line, but foul.
Yeah, it's pretty short right down the lines at the foul pole and then drops back pretty quick near the gates of the bullpen to 360.
He's hit one home run this season. Just looking for a base runner. Trying to get some good wheels on the base paths. Oh, one will miss outside. 1-1. Well, this crowd can't be too disappointed anymore. I know they haven't liked the calls of Tony Randazzo, but he's been consistent. They have one of those corners all night. He hasn't given them to them. 1-1, fouled back, 1-2. Dodgers in the bottom of the ninth will have Pages, Ohtani, and Betts due up.
Is that like an automatic every inning?
And it feels like it. Certainly feels like it. The 1-2 pitch. Low and outside, 2-2. Well, and everybody in here thinking the exact same thing.
Sure.
Dryer's 2-2 pitch. Kelenic swings and misses at strike 3. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the ninth inning. So we head to the bottom of the ninth. Dodgers looking for 1 run.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Into the bottom of the ninth at Dodger Stadium. It's a 5-5 game. It's still Iglesias on the mound for the Braves. He faced 3 batters in the bottom of the 8th. Gave up the 2 RBI double to Max Muncy. That's what tied the game. Now the Dodgers, who have won 7 in a row to start 2025, are looking for 1 run. Iglesias deals. Pages takes a called strike. Everybody in this ballpark looking for history as the Dodgers are looking to become the first defending World Series champion in the history of the game to begin the following season with 8 consecutive wins. Pitch is sent foul, 0-2. Meanwhile, the Braves are looking for a win, period, and to snap a 6-game losing skid to begin the season. 0-2 to Pages. Just a little low.
And the interesting part is you talk to anybody around the Dodger camp and they all admit, boy, we're catching the Braves at the right time.
1-2 swung on, missed, strike 3. And 1 down here in the 9th inning. Well, they all came to see this man. It's Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night, and 50,000 plus in unison stand as he climbs into the left-hand batter's box. He's 2 for 4 in the game. Iglesias goes to work. First pitch swinging in a fly ball. Deep center field. Michael Harris back to the wall. Michael leaps. It is gone. And on his bobblehead night, Shohei Ohtani dishes the Braves a crushing blow. It's a walk-off home run and an 0-7 road trip for the Braves. The Dodgers are 8-0. And like I mentioned in the top of the ninth inning, they all had one thing on their mind going to the bottom of the ninth, and they just got to see it.
I'm sure there's been a World Series that ended here, and you think about a game with Kirk Gibson winning a game against Dennis Eckersley and the A's. But personally, Ben, I've never heard this stadium louder. He is absolutely incredible with not just what he does, but when he does it.
First pitch. And just like a Hollywood script, he hits it out of here on his bobblehead night to move the Dodgers to 8-0, and they become the first World Series champion in the history of the game to start the following season 8-0. And meanwhile, for the Braves, more heartbreak and an 0-7 road trip to begin the season. For the Dodgers in the ninth, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, none left. Final score, Dodgers 6, Braves 5. Back with the totals after this.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer first.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game.
A lot of power, a lot of marquee names. Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit him. These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Spring's in full swing on MLB Network. Turn on the most live spring training games anywhere. Then recap the day's news and highlights on MLB Tonight as the best analysts in baseball catch up on the day's news, highlights, and even hear from the players themselves.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City. And that's what I do every day, play baseball. We're eager to get going.
MLB Tonight, presented by T-Mobile. Coverage continues through opening day.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's time for Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Give the kids in your community a chance to flex their superpowers, and they could earn a trip to the national finals of the 2025 World Series presented by Capital One. So go ahead, be the one who powers their dreams, and sign up to host the local Pitch, Hit, and Run event. It's a free and fun way to promote baseball, softball, and your organization. To learn more, go to pitchhitrun.com.
Take cardiac care centers, so we're here when you need us most. We lead with more than 55 locations in Georgia. That means we're always in the heart of your neighborhood. We lead with clarity, because clear direction is better when it comes to understanding every step of your treatment. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
A musician with technical knowledge can play all the right notes. But one who cares enough to play from the heart gives music soul. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Finn here. Don't miss Atlanta Braves Today and your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Dodgers win this one 6-5 over the Braves. A walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth by Shohei Ohtani puts L.A. over the top. Spring training, we were talking about the opening road trip of 1994, and the Braves had 4 in San Diego and 3 in L.A. and took all 7. And this was the complete reverse of that, losing all 7.
Ben, it seemed like from the get-go in San Diego that things were just not going to go the Braves' way. I mean, you never expected an 0-7 trip, but just there were very few breaks that, if you can think of one, that went the Braves' way, and certainly it didn't happen tonight. It looked like it was going to. Dodgers made 3 errors. Braves have got 5 runs on the board. Things looked swimmingly, but not so.
The only break I can think that we caught the entire road trip is we didn't have a single rain delay. That's about it.
Yep, I guess that's about it.
Yeah. Hopefully the Braves can take out their frustrations on the Marlins. That'll be our next broadcast. Friday night, off day tomorrow, and then the home opener on Friday night at Truist Park in Atlanta. Cannot wait to see you all there. Braves and Marlins will be getting going on the Braves Radio Network Friday night at 6 o'clock Eastern with a Ford leadoff show, and the first pitch to follow at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central. Spencer Schwellenbach gets the ball for the Braves. He has no record, no ERA, and he faces Max Meyer, who has no record and a 1.59 ERA. So for the guys back in studio in Atlanta, Joe Virgin and David Holloway, fellas, thanks so much for hanging in there and staying up on these late games out west. Great job as always by you two. Also for Joe Simpson, and a big thanks to Mike Noto stepping in for Jonathan Chadwick on our trip here to L.A. Mike, thanks so much for all the hard work here in L.A. So until Friday night, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and a good evening from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Final score, Dodgers 6, Braves 5. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Joe, safe travels back east. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Friday here at Truist Park. Let's get to the Xfinity play of the game. It came in the top of the second. Matt Olson's bases loaded double to left field gave the Braves a 5-run lead. The first 5-run lead, obviously, they've had all season. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more from the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Totals and highlights coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show, and this is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. You all know that my friends at Georgia's Own Credit Union can save you money, but did you know that Georgia's Own offers more than just personal savings and loan products? They also offer products and services to help your business.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.